Hello, I'm Gay Truscott, a certified financial planner and director at Edgemoor Investment Advisors. I've spoken at past forums on a number of financial planning topics, including retirement planning, Social Security strategies, passing down a family home to the next generation, and my favorite topic, women and wealth. For today's topic, I'd like to talk about children, specifically adult children. For the many parents providing some level of financial support to their adult children, myself included, there are some pros and cons as well as practical do's and don'ts for all of us to consider. So let's start with some statistics. A recent AARP survey found that 75% of parents with at least one adult child are providing some financial support for big-ticket items like college, graduate school, or down payment on a house. Not surprising. But they also discovered that 63% of parents are covering some everyday expenses for their adult children, like rent, cell phone bills, and health or auto insurance. And the average out-of-pocket cost of that support is $7,000 per year, or nearly $600 a month. That's real money. Digging a little deeper into the survey, we found a few more surprising things. Among parents providing financial support, nearly half reported that it was lasting longer than they'd expected. And 36% worried about the impact this might have on their own financial needs, especially in retirement. But only 15% said they would consider reducing or stopping the support. Interesting, huh? Why is this happening? Well, it's pretty straightforward, and it has everything to do with the rising cost of living, especially the unaffordability of housing for young people. Then there are the high levels of student debt that many young adults are still carrying. And delayed milestones. Young people are reaching major life milestones like marriage, home ownership, and parenthood later in life. In fact, I just read that the median age of first-time homebuyers in the U.S. just hit 40. And that's up from 30 years old just 15 years ago. But we can't attribute it only to young people or to society. It is also true that baby boomer parents, which is the demographic aged 60 to 79, is the richest generation in history, with more resources and more willingness to help out their children for a longer period of time. So what can and should we parents do? Well, the first is to communicate. Be upfront and honest, especially about your own financial needs and goals. Set clear expectations about the amount of support you are willing and able to give. And create concrete goals and timelines for that support. You may also consider alternative, non-monetary kinds of support, like financial education, investment advice, and career guidance. This support can often be just as important and helpful as financial support. In conclusion, let me say that the desire to help one's adult children is both natural and commendable. And in many instances, it can create a stronger bond between parent and child, one based on gratitude and mutual understanding. But you must also be aware of the potential pitfalls, which can include putting a strain on your own retirement savings, hindering the personal growth and independence of young adults, and possibly damaging family dynamics with other kids or with your spouse. So all of this should be included in your financial planning. And here's a good place to start. Bring your children along with you to meet with your advisor so you can all discuss your financial plans together. And obviously include the support you are providing in your budget and in your financial projections so it can be captured in your financial plan. We at Edgemoor are here to help. We can help you and your family develop a plan that works for everyone. So please reach out to us. Finally, I'd like to end with a little financial planning humor. I thought this cartoon captured our topic perfectly. Two birds are sitting in their nest, watching their little chicks fly off, and one of them says, "I won't consider our nest empty until they're off our phone plan." Thank you. I hope you have found all of our presentations informative.